And yeah, would people call me lucky? Probably, but I put in the effort. I manifested. I changed my thoughts. I changed my behaviors.
The good morning text means nothing. It means nothing.
Because it's literally the first date. Why are you so obsessed with me?
What can I get from this person? What can this person do for me? It's all about gaining something.
Like, all the secure men and women and everyone in between are dating each other.
There's women that are married that are sleeping with other men.
Don't like your shoes, I'm gone.
Who will take me as your wife? I will come and live in your mansion.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Ladies, please. The good morning text means nothing. It means nothing. Free yourselves from thinking that this means the man has any intention of taking you seriously if this is all he's doing. So this commenter said they get a good morning text every day. And then another comment they added with nothing else. So they get a text every single morning and that's it. They don't hear from him the rest of the day. That is the most low effort thing a man can do. Sending a good morning text takes seconds. Seconds. I know what you're thinking though. Oh, but he's thinking of me first thing in the morning. And, oh my God, you crossed his mind. And he picked up his phone like most people do. And he starts to scroll. And then he's like, oh, let me send a quick text. He could press send and then roll over and kiss his girlfriend, kiss his wife, kiss the one night stand he just took home last night. If he's only sending you texts, Next, please. Release the shackles that the good morning text has over you. If there is no action behind the consistent good morning check-ins, the texts don't mean anything. I had a man send me a good morning text every single day for months, y'all, okay, while still telling me that he didn't want to be in a relationship with me. I was a fool for thinking the text meant anything when his actions and words were telling me otherwise. You are just a box that he checks off every morning to make sure that he still got you hooked with below the minimum effort. Not bare minimum, below the minimum. He doesn't even need to show his face or talk to you. Oh yeah, he's got it so easy, knowing he can hold your attention with 2 words. Every day. Next time you read that text from him, here's the translation. You actually mean nothing to me, but I don't want you to forget about me. Read it that way, and I promise you, you won't think it's that special anymore.
Of course it won't be that special if you're reading it like that, but she does have a point. She has a point somewhere.
Girl, the struggle. Okay, so how do you work at it, like finding a partner when you have no prospects or no options? So I have a few questions, but I'm also going to give some suggestions. The first thing I want to know is, are you actively trying to put yourself out there? Are you trying to date? Are you doing any of that in any means, whether that's a dating app, you know, going out in person, going out with girlfriends, going on solo dates, striking up conversations? I would love to know that first because that does play a factor. If you answered no to the above, meaning you're not putting yourself out there, that would be where to start, is you have to actively be putting yourself out there. Now, I know depending where you live, this can be a lot harder because if you live in a big city, there's a lot more options. If you live in a smaller city, there's a lot less options. Now, listen, while I do believe a lot of it is luck, like you do luck out, you still have to put the effort in. So some people get the dumb luck where they like run into the person, they hit it off, they find their happily ever after and whatnot. Then there's people like me who had to put in the effort, baby, put in all the effort. And yeah, would people call me lucky? Probably, but I put in the effort, I manifested, I changed my thoughts, I changed my behaviors to then allow me to have that luck come into my life. So how do you recreate that when you have 0 prospects, 0 options, all of the above? I know it's hard, but it starts with mindset. I think just starting to tell yourself, like, you are going to find this person. It is going to happen for you. Like I said, if you watch my other videos, I talk a lot about manifesting, writing down your dream partner, writing down your goals together, writing down what that would look like. That's a great place to start. Then after you do that, if you haven't done that already, then put yourself out there. I know it's really hard. It takes a lot of time and effort, but you have to put in the work. And if you, I don't know how you're dating, what you're choosing to date. If the easiest way I feel like to meet people is dating apps. So I know a lot of people are over them. So if you don't like it, don't use it. Find other ways, see if you have any friends you can recommend, friends of friends. Sometimes it's good. Go to social outings. There are places you can meet people. It's, just know it's going to take some time. It's not always going to be easy. It's going to take some time, but If you've got none of the above, I think starting with mindset, and then once you do that mindset, getting specific with what you want, then intentionally put yourself out there, and then just understand it's a process and you kind of have to just go through the process. That's what I can offer right now. So hopefully this was helpful. If it's not, please let me know.
They won't listen. They never listen.
And I'll try to find better ways to word this, but I appreciate you, and I'm here rooting for you all the time.
It's hard. It's hard. Why? Because so many women are looking for that special someone, right? And they're in every city, all around the country. It's kind of sad, actually. It's sad for y'all because y'all don't realize you did it to yourself. That's what's so sad about it, right? I looked at what happened at the Kendra Dayton event. I did a video to it recently where a bunch of women showed up, no guys showed up. Now you have to ask yourself, why didn't any guys show up? Look what took place that night. Look what happened. One guy showed up. He was the guy every woman wanted. They all mouthed to the floor over that one guy. There was another guy there. The girl didn't even notice him. Why? She noticed all the girls noticed that one guy. And that's a problem. When women can't look at a regular guy, like, okay, here's a regular guy. He may not be that tall, but he has a nice personality. Or you may see the way he interacts with people and say, it's a good guy. I'm interested in him. I want to see what he's about. No. Not even getting the time of day. And guys know this. That's the thing women have to understand. Guys know what's happening in the dating market. And they just don't want to deal.
So I went on a first date and a car was about to hit me and he grabbed me and pulled me away. And I don't know why, but that just gave me the ick. Because it's literally the first date. Why are you so obsessed with me?
No wonder you're single.
Like, it was just so desperate. And it's like, play it cool.
She said the car was about to hit her and then she got the ick because he saved her. Wow. That's how bad it is.
8 times 6.
8 times 6?
Yes, ma'am. 8 times 6, Miss Bliss. Huh?
8 times 6,
92.
92?
Oh, I'm lit.
Liz.
Nah, don't use that as an excuse.
Liz. 3 times 7.
21.
21, that's great.
21? Bruh.
7 times 3.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, we can't do it. 8 times 5. 8 times 5, honey. 8 times 5? Huh? I want you to know this so bad. No, not 8 times. 8 times 5, sweetheart.
40.
40. There we go.
I don't know who came up with this thing of like women should work. I don't know who came up with that, but y'all need to take it back. And I'm tired. I want to stay home and be a wife and a mom. This working stuff, y'all take it away. Take it away. I'm ready to go back to Africa and be a stay-at-home wife. Who will take me as your wife? I will come and live in your mansion and be your wife.
Desperate.
I'm ready. Take me, please. Where's my husband? Where is he at? Where is he?
Why she say, I will come and live in your mansion? That's your problem right there. I will come and live in your mansion. What are you thinking? Like, this is not a fairy tale.
I don't really appreciate you for real. Like, you want me to basically act as if I'm your boyfriend for real. Like, I'm like, talk to you like that. Like, just be there for you when you need something. And you trying to, like, have me on boyfriend duty. But the you let all the time, the last 5-6 years, don't got to do no boyfriend. That's why I said you use the peon ass lame niggas who even gonna put up with that. I'm not about to act like no boyfriend and you not, but I know you gonna doing nothing I'm doing. You got up for real. You need to really like have a reality check and check yourself. Look in the mirror and realize like you are that person.
He's right. More men need to do that. More men need to do it. Rip the bandit off the friend zone. I gotta tell you guys what happened to me. And it was kind of my fault, but I didn't care. I was so savage with it. I I had a friend that was a friend. I was supposed to go with her the day my son was how you say it? Consumed, what do you call it? I forgot what you call it, but the day my son was made, right? I remember it was made because a couple of days later she called and told me I'm pregnant, but I was supposed to go with my best friend at the time, was a girl. That's when I had a girlfriend. And I didn't like the fact that I was stuck in the friend zone, but that night we was drunk and I put the moves on strong. But guess who was in the back seat? We seen my ex in a club and we drove her home. She was nice enough to give a ride home. I always hung out with her. So we drove her in the back. Now, the whole time we driving, I'm putting the moves on, like rough, like kissing on her, kissing the neck, going in, right? So yeah, as soon as we pull over, so then I'm talking my talk. I go to drop her off in the house. My ex. All of a sudden, she puts the moves on me. Why? Because she wasn't asleep. She was awake and saw what I was doing. I ended up not leaving. I stayed with her and hit it. And that was the day she was impregnated, and my son was made right then and there. But I did that after that. I wasn't a friend no more. I was stuck in the friend zone. I was gonna get out of it, but I was stuck in the friend zone. Wouldn't hear it. Couldn't hear it no more. Why? I will not be in the friend zone. Will not near a woman.
It's not a red flag, but it's a halt for sure if a man is childless or has never been married.
Why?
Because I feel like, have you really fully ever really committed to anything in your life?
You can't make this up. So, okay, right? So, commitment, are you saying that committing to a relationship?
Like, I just feel like
a higher regard than committing to maybe like his job.
Yeah.
You know
No, I'm saying it like, yeah, but
that's
you committed to a job.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is, it's hard being in relationships. And for a fact, I know a man that has a child or has been in a marriage, especially a long-term marriage, even if it wasn't successful, understands what it is to be in something even when you don't want to be there. And I feel like when you don't have a tie to something, you can make those decisions. Like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you introduce kids, when you understand the depths of having a child or being married, you view things differently. In my opinion, I want a man with kids. I want to see how I have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see who you are as a father. I don't have the time to be gambling to figure out who you are as a dad. That's something that I need to know how you. This is the thing about the devil you know thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I have kids.
Yeah.
So there's a part of needing to know certain things before I enter into them because of the sake of it's not just me.
I disagree. I totally disagree with her. Why? Because not every guy gets that chance. Not every guy wants that chance. That's what she has to understand. Like, I can tell you right now, looking at yourself, you're a perfect example. Not every guy would get with you. You talking the way you're talking tough talk. I feel you. Guys still won't want you. You're too big. You are. You're too big. You're overweight, and you think you're thinking that way, which puts you in the wrong mindset. What do you want a guy with kids? You said if a guy has never been married, still it makes no sense. You had a baby without getting married. You want the guy to do the same thing? Like, man, these women are mixed up. Like, a guy doesn't want that. Women have lost touch with men. Most men want traditional relationships. That's what they want. They don't want a woman that like you, as you looking for that, a guy with kids. No, guys don't want a woman with kids. Guys don't want you. I disagree. You're wrong.
I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Because he's not working. Because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun. And I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week approximately is how many hours he works per week. Grown man. Grown, able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about says he works 15 hours a week.
Yeah, that happened because he was at war. And you got to realize, you broke up with him to take him to war. That's crazy. Like, she's telling it. Look at her face. She doesn't feel bad for the fact that she lost her man. She's upset because she didn't get enough money. And you're telling us to the internet. These women are crazy.
Why is it that as moms, whenever we are going through something and we're tired or we're just having a bad day, we have to continue pushing because our kids need us? But when dad's tired, when dad came home from work and he's been working all day and he's exhausted, he needs a break. Why is it that the only alone time we get is sitting on the toilet, which doesn't even work half the time because your toddler walks in the middle of you pooping? You have to rush out of the shower because someone needs you. But dad gets a shower in peace, no interruptions. Why is it that we can go weeks and months without a full night's rest and still are able to get up and take care of our kids in the middle of the night? But God forbid dad is tired. Too many married women are single mothers.
Single mom. And that's why. Look, be married. You know what a woman say? A woman saying it now. Marry before you carry. That should be the law for a woman.
Hey dear, so today let's talk about dating in Dubai, and this is me, an expert that has been living in Dubai for over 8 years plus, and these are some of the things that I have noticed when it comes to the dating sphere in the UAE and in the city specifically of Dubai. The first thing that I have noticed is the fact that dating here is about what you can benefit from people. It's not about the old traditional norm of I meet you, I like you, we fall in love, we date and see where it can go, whether it's going to lead to marriage, whatever. Is okay, what can I get from this person? What can this person do for me? It's all about gaining something at the end of the day. It's just like a beneficial something. Relationships is I mean, they turn out to be what you can give me, what I can give you, what we can gain from each other. That's what I've noticed here. And the other thing is people, I don't know if it's because of the, the work-life, thing here. People don't really have time. A lot of people spend their time at work, so they don't really have time. So I've noticed that people end up having a lot of meaningless relationships and hookups, and it's just really rampant. And I don't know, the guys here really do not seem to do the minimal things. And if you ask for these particular things, I feel like you're being too much because the standards are so low, and girls like me, black girls, tend to like to date more white guys as opposed to black guys.
Of course it's low. Those guys are providers, ultra providers in Dubai. The woman don't ask for them to do anything. Why? Because a lot of times those women are obedient. Black girls don't mix with Dubai. The independent black girls, it's not going to work. That attitude, they're not hearing it.
Like, I don't care anymore. I leave at the slightest inconvenience or red flag. Don't like his shoes, I'm gone. Don't like the way he chewed his steak, I'm gone.
That sounds like being single.
Like, I just can't anymore. Like, I'm not giving anyone a second chance. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm not even leaving my house to go on a date to give niggas a chance. God will have to send him. Like, he will just have to, like, appear at my door and be like, hi, I'm your husband. And I feel like that's possible. I'm so sorry. I'm not settling. There are psychopaths who have people who are madly in love with them. So why should I settle? You know what I mean? I just, at this point, I'm just trusting God to bring him to my doorstep and him to be like, yo, I'm here. Then for me to go on dates, sign up on dating sites. No, I can't. I'm so sorry. You.
I have a serious question to all the single mothers out there. When is a time, like, when do you finally decide that you're just done with dating? Like, is there like an actual point in your life that you be like, I'm not gonna date anymore? Like, men are not worth it anymore. Like, is that a certain time? Like, am I just in my head? Like, am I the only one in that certain time? Like, now, like, can somebody, explain to me, or let me know that I'm not by myself? I don't know. Like, are we even worth dating anymore? Like, do men even value single mothers? Because at this point, I'm sold that men don't even value single mothers. Like, they just look at us. I feel like they look at us like used cars, or, I hate to compare us to, like, things, but I don't know. Somebody just answer me, or.
Well, that used car analogy was right on par. It was, because that's how guys look at it. Guys see single mothers as used cars, like an old used car, like an old Buick. It's not even like a Toyota Camry. Single mothers are old Buicks.
There is no point in dating right now. Like, those of us who are left in the streets are either heartbroken, traumatized, or just plain trash. Like, all the secure men and women and everyone in between are dating each other. And those of us who are left in the streets are struggling. And honestly, I am part of the community of people who 1 minute want something and the next minute don't. And for good reason, because I've been treated poorly. And it's just like, I want to open myself up to somebody. I want to put myself out there, but I'm so terrified. And there are so many people who feel exactly the same. And unfortunately, it's this never-ending cycle of dating people who are not fully healed, dating anxious people, dating avoidant people, dating people who have insecure attachments. And it's this never-ending cycle. We're all dating each other. We're all struggling with internal battles that a lot of us are struggling to face, or some people just don't want to face them. And then you've got people like me who want to, who are working on ourselves, but who are still struggling with being more open or trusting people or finding someone who is on the same wavelength as us. And the streets are cold. The streets are cold, I tell you. These dating apps are trash. Like, it's hard to meet people in person without being afraid of, like, whether they're going to treat you like, or if they're a genuine person. Like, everyone is paranoid, and that's no way to live. And that being said, all of us need to log off. Close the door, forget about it, go and get therapy. Because if we don't get therapy and work on ourselves, like I said, it's just going to continue. And quite frankly, I'm done. I'm a lover girl. I want to settle down. I want to find the one. I want to have a family. I want children. I want it all. But the way the streets are looking, and the thing is, I know that there are good people out there, but it's very hard to find each other. So please, let's all as a collective go and work on ourselves. Don't even bother with the apps. Don't bother dating anyone until you fix yourself. And that's me included.
In my opinion, I feel like if you're not in a relationship
with the goals of dating to marry, what is the purpose of being in a relationship? Like, honestly, like, if you're with somebody and you know you're not going to marry them, why would you get in a whole relationship with them? Like, there's no point of you being in a relationship if it's not to date to marry. Like, are you just dating for fun? Like, I just think it's weird. I feel like the only way it could work is if the other person wants that too. Like, they don't want marriage, they just want, a relationship. But, like, if you get in a relationship with somebody and you know you don't want to marry them, and like, yeah, I'm not going to marry this person, why continue on? Like, why give the other person false hope of marriage? Like, just leave them. Or not even get in a relationship at all. Like, you can still go on dates. You can still hang out with people. You can still hook up with people. You can do the whole 9 yards. Like, you don't have to get in a relationship to do all that stuff. But there's specific people that will get in a relationship so they can do all that stuff with no intentions of marrying the other person. And then that's when the problems start. I've made so many videos like this before. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys already know. Like, this is the reason why a lot of people in this generation don't want to get married. Because the seriousness is just not there in relationships no more. Like, all of a sudden, like, people want to get like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship, but I don't want marriage. But I still want someone to be with me for the rest of my life, but I don't want marriage. But I personally don't understand it. And obviously, like, everyone has a different route. There's not always one way to do things. I get it. But I guess my, like, frustration's more towards the people who seek out relationships with people, but with no intentions of even trying to further the relationship. Like, if you don't want to marry someone, don't get in a relationship. That's how I feel. Because don't give that other person false hope if you don't want to marry them. Because, like I said, you can do all that stuff, all of it, without getting in a relationship. So don't hurt, like, you don't have to hurt anyone's feelings.
No, she needs to talk to the woman. See, mostly women, all they want is the relationship. They don't want the marriage. They don't want anything serious. And if you let it be known you want something serious, you're cast aside. Seriously. I don't think she realized most women have set the standard. Feminism has set the standard. These things push men to the wayside, and it pushed men into submission. Now men are playing ball. Men accepted that feminist mindset and said, look, because the way marriage is nowadays, you can get taken for everything. Men agree. Yes. We stay in a relationship because that's how it has to be in the West. Listen, the West is tainted. It is. And right now, nowadays, what men know for sure, don't get married to a woman in the West. If you do, you got to make sure it's the right one. Man, but it's hard. It's so hard.
Done dating in 2024. I'm done. I no longer want to waste my time with somebody that's entertaining other people or playing with my emotions or giving me mixed feelings. I don't want to be confused anymore in a relationship. The sad part is people are sleeping with each other, people are having fun with each other, but nobody's marrying each other. Everybody's just being entertained. There's people that are married that are talking to other women. There's women that are married that are sleeping with other men. What kind of year is this?
It's the year of Sodom and Gomorrah. And everybody's joining into it. But guys are starting to check out, and a huge amount of women are crying because they're still single and childless and can't find a man. And it's going to continue to be that way because guys realize there's definitely more to life than going through any situation like that.
I wonder why they left.